Uh, and I don't want to take how long on this. So I just want to talk about relic choices, and I think I touched on this on my Osiris guide. Um, but with Sunder being nerfed as hard as it was, only 10% here, and even when it's upgraded 15%, it's not the worst item in the game. Um, I mean, shout out to Bracer, but like, or well, more or less Heavenly Wings. But yeah, it's not the worst item in the world, but it does make room for other items. And I'm just gonna go over all of these real quick. Heavenly Wings, again, this only cleanses slows, so it's really not a useful relic to pick up at all. Like, it's just not good. Don't pick this up, because then somebody else is just gonna wait for you to pop this, and then they're gonna slow you immediately, and it's automatically gonna become useless. 147 cooldown, E1 upgrade, 110. It's not great. Cursed Ankh, again, not a really great item. You know, if you're picking this up, they have to have like 3 healers on the team for this to even be worth. Um, Mainly because items like pen, Brawler's Beat Stick is really fucking prevalent. As well as for more warriors, Witchblade. If there's an Osiris, Bellona, Robin, Erlong, they're probably going to be grabbing this item. Um, and then Divine Ruin's really prevalent. It's really easy to pick up Pestilence. Really easy. 80 protections and 200 health. Give me an excuse to pick this item up. I will pick it up every game. People pick this up just because the enemy has lifesteal. It's really fucking cheap, and it gives a lot of protections and a good amount of health. So, that's what, 4 anti-healing items that are already really easy to pick up. Because, if I have to sacrifice my Wingblade to pick up a Witchblade, which still gives me 10% movement speed and more attack speed by 5%, and then 100 less health, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm going to shut down your healing and lessen your attack speed for your entire team. So, Cursed Ankh really isn't that great. It does reduce the, it does reduce it by, 65%? 50%? It is a lot, but there's just so many other anti-healing items that are just so easy to go into. There's really no place for it. Aegis, every single squishy on the team should have this. Hunters, mid laners for sure. Most junglers, unless you're playing like a guardian or a warrior or some shit in the jungle, Aegis is usually what you want to go. If you're like a Niza or whoever. The fact that you can literally just become invulnerable to damage, and healing, it kind of sucks. But honestly, who you can heal? Invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. That's a long fucking time. And when you upgrade it, 130-second cooldown is nothing to laugh about. Hand of the Gods, don't get this. It's not good. I mean, it does fucking 300 damage. All the way up to what? Max is 500 damage? Come on. It's just not a good pick. Yeah. It's not good. It used to be picked up for securing objectives, or more recently securing your own blue buff in the soul lane, but it's really just not worth it. And this just adds a stun. Doesn't even reduce the cooldown. Just adds a stun. And that was the really most annoying part of it, is people use this just for the stun. But literally the fact that you have to give 500 gold just to make it stun, not worth. Don't pick this up. It does very little damage to jungle camps. And it's just not good. Blink. Now, this is actually one of the really strong items that you see picked up on a lot of characters. A lot more Guardians, some like Geb or Sylvanas, people who want to just blink ult. and it can be used on a lot of other characters as well, actually. So, you know, some squishier characters, like, like a Zeus or some shit. You know, it seems hella wacky, but like, if you blink in while they initiate and they don't hit you, you know, it creates a lot of distance. And then, you know, reducing it to a 90-second cooldown, fuck, that's up more than beads, you know? So the fact that you can blink every, like, minute and a half is really, really strong. The amount of distance you can cover with this relic is pretty crazy. On to beads. This should be picked up almost every time. And what I mean by that is, on most squishies, you're going to want, like, Aegis Blink or Aegis Beads. Most of the time, just Aegis Beads. Aegis Blink only if you know what the fuck you're doing. But, you know, the Hunter in the mid, and maybe even the jungle, most of the time just Aegis Beads. And actually now the jungler can really go into Blink quite freely with, you know, Sunder being nerfed. Characters like, you know, a Wheelix, Camazotz, Hunbats. Hunbats really likes Blink as well, because a lot of people can just see his ultimate coming. You know, if he's going to jump in with his really long jump, you know. Characters like Kali, you know, Niza, Nemesis. You know, Blink ult from Nemesis, or from Niza, straight up just kills a squishy. Really late game. Like, it just literally kills him. Susan already has an absurd amount of movement speed. If you put a blink on him, then you're literally never catching him. Thanatos, as opposed to that, has very low movement speed. Well, he only has movement speed with his 2. Right? So blink on him would still be really beneficial, because you can, you know, blink away from your targets and then just use your speed to get away. Or you can blink towards them and just scythe them and kill them immediately. So, Teleport is really only picked up on solo laners, and with 200-second cooldown, reduced to 160. Not a superb item. It's really just, you know, free backs. You back, pick up boots, teleport back to lane, not miss a single creep, and, you know, pressure a lot on the other solo laner. Meditation, now that it's been reduced to a flat amount of like 75 health early, kinda sucks. You know? 75 health is not a lot, even early game. You know? Plus, what, 12 per level? That's not great late game either. Literally, the most thing this gives you is mana. And when you upgrade it, it's just more mana and a little bit of HP 5. I'm gonna sneeze. I told you. Anyway, Magic Shell. This item's still pretty strong, actually. I definitely think it has a place. Now with the meditation nerf, it has a place, you know. It still gives you, you know, 30 protections and damage reduction. Only 5% to be fair, but, you know, it's still a fair bit. And increase the protection damage reduction. Doesn't even increase, or doesn't decrease cooldown, but okay. This is still a really good item. I would say most Guardians will pick this up. Shield of Thorns. I mean, it's not a terrible item. Most people just pick it up on Kuzenbo. Or if they're really focusing you and you're a solo laner, not a Guardian. But if you're a solo laner and they're really focusing you, this isn't the worst item to pick. Or this isn't a bad pickup. I'll just put it that. Because if you're a Guardian, you really don't want this, because you want to be helping the team more than anything. If they're focusing you, then, like, good for them, you know? Your team should just be killing them. Um, Same thing for Soul Laner, but this will help you output more damage, which is kind of what you want. If you're a hunter or a mage or an assassin, you won't have the health pool for this to even work. They'll just burst you down like it's not even shit. Sunder, believe it or not, actually did get a hefty nerf. It still has a spot, you know? This can still be picked up on really aggressive soul laners, people who want to really try and get an early kill. Again, 10% is nothing to laugh at, you know, and increases it to 50. Yeah, so it's not a terrible item now. But it definitely did get scaled back, so less and less people are going to be picking this up. But it's not the worst. Phantom, this is really only picked up against Odin. Other characters with walls don't really matter, because they don't last as long and have the same effect as Odin. Odin gets rid of all healing, and reduces attack speed in that cage, so everyone just wants to get the fuck out of there. You know, certain people can leap over, like On Her or Hoyi, but, you know, for people who can't, just pick up this. But even then, a lot of people don't pick it up against Odin, they just kill him. Odin's not a great pick. Horrific Emblem. I think this has a lot of fucking plays. I definitely think this item's way, way underrated, and I think people need to start looking at this item more. It doesn't have a big AoE like I showed in my Osiris video, but you know, again, this slows movement speed and attack speed. So if I run up in a team fight and I'm playing somebody who perhaps doesn't have as much team fight presence, like so what's next? Well, Bracer is useless, as you all know, and Belt of Frenzy is really, really strong, and you usually end up picking it up on Guardians. So again, fucking Horrific Emblem. Alright. So say I've been laning against an AML game, and for some reason I haven't shit on this person. Like, for some reason, they're still relevant. Or well, if they play correctly, they can still be relevant. But for some reason they didn't lose lane as much as they should have. Or it's late enough in the game that it really doesn't matter. Amma is going to be doing a shitload more than fucking, I don't care, Bologna. Right? They're right next to each other. So, you know, yeah, with Bologna I'm still going to have somewhat of a teamfight presence. Not as low as Osiris or Robin. Whereas Bologna I'll still have, you know, Scourge to disarm. I'll still have, you know, a good amount of damage with my bludgeon, which will force them to CC me rather than my team. And then, of course, I'll have block sacks with my shield bash. Again, and my ult also gives my entire team protections. Ellen Power as well. But, with Bologna, you kind of have the same job as an Osiris or a Robin, where you really just want to stick to the squishies, you know? You get on top of them, you make sure that they hate their life, you know? And that's really all you want to do. However, with Bologna, you do have a little bit of flexibility, you know? The fact that I can leap on a Poseidon and then, you know, reach over and disarm, like, their Rama or some shit, you know? And make sure that, you know, certain people in the team fight are not dishing out as much damage as they want to be. And, you know, if you're picking up Bologna against a Rama, like, there's really nothing that character can do for a flat 2-something seconds, I believe? 2.2? Oh, hell yeah, I'm good. You know, 2.2 seconds of Rama literally just sitting there because unless he ults, that's all he's got. Like, and he wants to save his ult for if they start focusing if people leap onto him. So if I leaped onto Rama, then he would most likely ult or roll away then ult. You know? Really buy him time for his team to, you know, start attacking me. You know, again, this is auto attacks. This is attack speed increase, and this is a roll. So, you know, for me to pick up an item like Horrific Emblem, in a game like that where I'm already disarming somebody, you know, this will reduce their attack speed, and you know, only 90 seconds. Again, that's up really fucking often. You can use this every single fight. This is pretty much another ultimate. So it slows them and reduces their attack speed. And with sprint being as shitty as it is, this item's really fucking good. And you can damn well bet that this is going to be my new relic of choice. So I'm going to pick up Teleport, Horrific Emblem. Usually would be my pickup as a soul laner. As I said, mid and fucking, what is it? Mid and ADC, they'll most likely just stick to Aegis beads. Because they're really fucking strong. And the rest of these don't really benefit them as much. You might see some purification in there if they're wacky enough, but most of them just stick to Aegis beads. Unless, right, an Aegis is always going to be picked up. Always. Maybe not beads, you know. I'd say 99.9% of the time it'll be beads. But again, you have to look at the enemy team comp, you know. If they have... They have Osiris... Ra... Rama... Osiris, Ra, Rama... Who the fuck has, like, little to no CC? Like a Bastet. I don't know why they'd have Bastet. And then, like... a Bacchus or some shit. Which, by the way, like, this is not my Bacchus. It's just a shitty reskin. It's so bad. Alright, alright. Fake Bacchus. Real Bacchus. Yeah. Anyway, so, you know, if they have that sort of team comp where they have little to no CC, you might as well just pick up, like, I don't know, a Blink or you know, god damn it. You know, beads isn't going to help you as much, so you really wouldn't need it there. So it'd just be pretty much Aegis and a Blink, or Aegis and, you know, I don't want to say it, but like, if they don't pick up anti-heals for some reason, you could go Bracer. But again, Bracer relies on them not going anti-heals, because it literally shuts that shit down. And so much of anti-heal is in the meta, it's really not worth. So mainly just Aegis Blink or Aegis Beads. So, junglers, Aegis and Blink for 99% of them. Just Aegis and Blink. For soul laners, again, Teleport and Horrific Emblem. For supports, because how weak Meditation became, I'd say Shell Frenzy or Frenzy Blink or Shell Blink. And if you are going to go into a Blink for the support, oh shit, whoops. If you are going to go into a Blink for a support, make sure that the other team fighting relic probably should be picked up on your soul laner. So like if your support goes Blink Shell, then your support should, or your soul laner should go Teleport Frenzy. You know. But again, Horrific Emblem, you know, it reduces their attack speed by 25%. That literally shuts their shit down. If a Rama comes in up in the team fight, and I'm playing as, you know, a Bologna or Osiris or literally whoever the fuck I want, like a Vamana or Hercules, it doesn't really matter. You know, if I pop that in the middle of the team fight, that's going to slow all of them. And the only people who are really going to be able to get away efficiently are like Thanatos or some shit, or like a Susanoo. Somebody who has a lot of movement speed or immunity to slows, you know. Um, and they're pretty much going to lose that fight because Rama's not going to be doing shit because he's going to have such reduced attack speed, you know? Their mage won't be able to go anywhere because he's going to be slowed, and 99% of mages have, like, no fucking movement abilities. What, there's, like, Agni, Scylla? That's not a character in this game. I don't care who you are. It's not a character. Oh, Thoth, of course, and then Yanis, yeah. So Agni, Janus, Thoth, Scylla. That's about it. This creature for some reason has immunity to slows for a second. But like it's just not a so well, alright, I'll be fair. Cuckoo's not the worst god in the game, alright? Like he could be Raijin. But he's not great. He relies on a lot of setup and a lot of protection. And, you know, honestly, with how strong Spear the Magus is, he's not a terrible pickup. But, like, I would still pick up Yanis Thoth almost every game over him. Almost every single game. So, yeah. I definitely think that, Horrific Emblem's one of the better relics in the game. So, don't pick this up. Don't pick this up. If you're squishy, don't pick this up. Don't pick this up. If you're solo, if you're squishy, really good. Really good. Situational? Question mark? You can pick this up, but be careful on who you pick it up on. Only against Odin, and you really don't need it. Really, really strong. Don't pick this up. And then really strong. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys next time.